Hey, I'm Destiny. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel because my channel is about building our businesses, having multiple side hustles, and also self-care. So if those topics interest you, make sure you go ahead and subscribe. So in today's video, I'm going to be telling you my top 10 business apps. So these are different apps that I either use on an everyday basis, weekly basis, sometimes monthly basis. I have apps that help you with your bookkeeping, figuring out your profit margins, making emails, doing different, like let's say you want to make your Instagram look all fancy. I got apps for that too. So go ahead and stay tuned. And for this video, I do have a set of notes below me. So if you see me looking down a lot or looking at my phone, I'm just making sure I'm giving y'all the right tips. And I'm actually going to pull up some of the apps on like the side panel here or over here, however way I do it. But I'm going to pull up the app so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So number one, the first app that I absolutely recommend is QuickBooks. So QuickBooks is your accounting / bookkeeping app. You can link your business accounts and it's going to keep track of your expenses, all of the income that you have coming in. So that way when tax season rolls around, you'll know any adjustments that you'll have. You'll know how much money you're making, any losses that you took. So I highly recommend QuickBooks because as an entrepreneur, it's very important to know your numbers and you don't want to shortcut yourself, especially when it comes to bookkeeping. Now with QuickBooks, it's not a free app. It is, I believe, $25 to $40 depending on all the different services that you have on there. If you need payroll, QuickBooks also has that option. So I'll say number one, QuickBooks is a must-have app. If you don't have any of these apps, I'll say QuickBooks is one of those apps that you need to have. Number two, speaking of knowing your numbers, one of the apps that I have is a profit margin calculator. And I'm actually going to pull this one up on the screen so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So with this, let's say if, like for me, I have a hair business. So I'll plug in all the fees that my vendor charges me, the shipping fee, they charge a PayPal fee, and then the actual cost of the hair. Let's say I want to have a profit margin of 30%, 50%. It'll let you calculate all that out in the app so it can give you a recommendation on how much you should be charging for that item. So that's a really good app that I don't see a lot of people talking about because I'm not sure how people do their numbers nowadays, but I like to have mine all organized. I need to know the exact number so I can make sure I'm making a profit in my business. So that's my number two app that I recommend. And I'm also going to drop these apps in the comment section below so you'll be able to download them or also do some more research on them to see if they'll work for your business. My third recommended app is, well, for me, is Shopify. So whatever e-commerce platform that you use, I recommend having the app for it. So that way you can keep track of your daily sales. You can keep track of how many people are looking at different products. If you're running a sale, you want to know how many people are on your website, where these different people are coming from. So you definitely want to have your e-commerce app. So another thing with Shopify is I track my shipping with Shopify. I pretty much do everything within my Shopify app because I run a digital store. And also with my Shopify app, it'll let me know like different orders that are pending. Like for whatever reason, if something wasn't able to get sent out and I have to go in and manually send it out, just make sure whatever e-commerce platform you have the app downloaded to your phone to keep track of your daily orders. The fourth business app that I recommend is Facebook. And which with Facebook, you can also count it as Instagram as well or whatever social media site that you're using. But I have Facebook specifically because when you post on Instagram on Facebook, you can link your account so it'll post on both platforms. But Facebook specifically because I like to run ads. You'll need the Facebook Ads Manager app so you can run ads for your business. So you can keep track of which ads are working and which ads are not. So that's why I put down Facebook specifically. But really the whole Facebook, Instagram family since they're owned by the same company now. So for number 5, which is one of my absolute favorites, is Canva. So Canva is an easy do-it-yourself design app that pretty much everyone can use. So one of the things I like about Canva is their background eraser feature. They also have it to where you can create logos, you can make mood boards, you can organize your brand where you keep track of all your logos, your brand colors, so where you'll have your hex codes, you can make flyers, you can pretty much do everything as far as design on Canva. But one thing I want to say about Canva is that If you're not creative, some of the stuff will look a little bit watered down, so you do want to try and learn as much about Canva as possible. There's YouTube classes on Canva that you can learn from, so that way it'll make your brand look very cohesive. It'll also enhance, like if you're one of those people who like a super branded Instagram, Canva will enhance all of that. So you can do the branded stories. I forgot what the little Insta bubbles are called nowadays, but yeah, you can make those branded, and I'll put exactly what I'm talking about on the screen because I can't think of the word for it right now. But Canva is definitely a must-have, especially if you create your own emails. You can make your email templates. If you need to do quick updates to your websites, you can do graphics for those. So yeah, Canva is a definitely must-have. So make sure you download that, and I'm going to drop that in the comment section below. And Canva is also one of those websites that has a free version and a paid version. I use the paid version because I like to make sure I have all of the features, especially as someone who's very big on doing it yourself. Number 6. So for number 6, I'm going to add the whole Google bubble all into one number. So with number 6, I'll say that includes Google Drive, Google Docs, the Google My Business service, Google Analytics. So yeah, everything under the Google family, because as you know with Google is the #1 search engine. So you want to have Google My Business, so your business is actually listed on Google, so people are able to leave reviews. If you have a physical store location, they can see your hours, they can see your location, they can see the different services you offer. With Google Drive and Docs, you can store your photos, you can store your different documents, anything that you need to pull up fast, you can store that all in Google. And then Google Analytics will show you how people are finding your page on Google, whether they're searching for you, searching different keywords. It'll tell you your customer base, people who click your page the most. It'll pretty much, I would say Google pretty much does it all. So if you don't have the different Google apps on your phone, you need to start downloading those. So for number 7, I highly recommend you get the app DocuSign. So if you're like me, influencer, you get different sponsorship deals, or if you're sending out different brand contracts, DocuSign is one of those apps to where if you're on the go, you can easily sign it. You can send that document to the people that you need to sign it so they can sign it digitally. That way you'll have it, one, you won't have to worry about always having to print stuff out, sign it, scan it back in, fax it or email it to where it needs to go. You'll automatically have that digital copy to where you can just sign it with your finger, or if you have your signature already stored in the app, that will make it a lot easier. I would say that app is one of my favorites, especially when I'm on the go, because I need my stuff to, if I'm sending out different documents or if I need to sign something quick, most of the time I don't have time to go home, print something out, then scan it. Yeah, I don't have time to do all that. So DocuSign is a must-have, especially for if you're an influencer doing different brand ambassador contracts, influencer contracts. So yeah, download DocuSign. So for number 8. Number 8 is an app called Fiverr. So with Fiverr, you'll be able to get different contractors. Like let's say if you need someone to write you a business plan, you need someone to update your website, you need something quick, like as far as someone editing your photos, you can do all that for very cheap on Fiverr. So it's a bunch of different freelancers offering a variety of different services on that platform. So I'll say check that out when you have time. One of the things that I recently got someone from Fiverr to do is translate all my YouTube content to Pinterest. So that was a huge help, just having someone on that platform that's able to offer that service. And Fiverr, it has a lot of different services. Like another service that I'm going to be using is trying to find someone to edit my YouTube videos, so that'll save me a lot of time. And then I'm also looking for someone to create me a YouTube intro. If you happen to be watching this video and you know somebody, drop that in the comment section for me. Help me out a little bit. So my number 9 is an app called Calendly. I believe I'm saying that right, but Calendly is actually Black owned. So it's a scheduling app. So when I do my one-on-one sessions, I use the app to keep track of my appointments. It's integrated with my email list and on my website. So that way when people book me for a service, they can go in, schedule their appointments. I'll get a notification. And that app is really good because it also allows people to write in what exactly the different questions that they have. So you'll know for your appointment anything that's going to come up. So that way you can prepare yourself. So I do love that app. It allows me to also block off time before and after appointments. So I would highly recommend that app if you need an appointment scheduler. My number 10 app is a scheduling app for your social media, which is Planoly. So with that app, it allows you to schedule your social media content. Like for me, I'll schedule my Facebook and Instagram. And it also gives you the option to create a grid to where you'll see what your social media look like before you even upload the items. Which even with my social media, so I haven't been adding a lot lately, but once I start my rebranding process, so if you don't know, I'm actually adding green to my brand, and y'all know I got to keep plugging that. But yeah, so I'm going to be trying out different things on my social media to see how it's going to look, how I want my brand to look. And Planoly is the perfect app for that. So if you're looking for a social media planning app, go ahead and check that one out. Thank you so much for making it this far in the video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you have any apps that you recommend for entrepreneurs, drop that in the comment section below. And if y'all have some suggestions, I'm open to those as well. So yeah, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you never miss another upload. Go ahead and follow me on my different social media channels. I'm Destiny Adams on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, pretty much everything. And yeah, and stay tuned for the next video.